actually in the banking field. And so I did that for about 8 years. Like I'm gonna end up shooting 10 days and it's a $55,000 shoot.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. I am so excited today because I have one of my best students ever in the house. His name is Clifton Haley. He has gotten so good over the years that I even hired him as a coach lately. And I've been on many workshops. He's done the Institute of Photography with me and a lot of different coaching things. But I want you to introduce to the world this amazing man. So thank you for coming, Clifton.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for this.
Okay, I just had a few questions for you. First of all, because I know the answer, what was your line of work before you became a photographer?
Yeah, so funny story there. I was actually in the banking field, and so I did that for about 8 years, and just trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. I was still taking pictures on the side. I would do family portraits for anybody that asked, but here and there, but just wasn't really feeling that fulfillment because it was kind of a 9 to 5 job, same in, same thing every single day. Just go working for the man. And it was one of those things that, you know, kind of moved in a way that, I'd been following you for 10 years at that point. And so definitely wanted to move out into a different space. And so, but yeah, banking is where I was before and was definitely not fulfilled in it.
And just curious, what were you doing as a banker? Were like you making loans or?
Yeah, I did created new accounts, created loans, basically anything that people needed, more or less on the consumer side, not so much in the mortgage department, but somebody needed a car, hey, they came to me for a loan, or they needed a new credit card. I got them that as well. So we got people taken care of. I was, one of the best at the bank, but yeah, even still, being the best out there wasn't what I wanted to do.
I understand. Okay, so what was the haha moment, the moment that made you say, "Oh, I really want to become a photographer," or "That's what I'm going to do in this life"?
Yeah, so with that, like I was saying before, it was just a sense of not really feeling fulfilled in the current position that I was in. However, doing all of the little things on the side, small shoots here, a couple of bigger shoots over there, maybe a wedding here and there, I got to realize, you know what? I enjoy doing this. And I started, crunching some numbers and that sort of thing and decided, you know what? If I went full time into this, I think I could actually surpass what I'm making here, just in the banking world. And so, I talked it over with my wife. We, ran everything, and sure enough, we dove head first into it. And that first year alone, I almost doubled what I was making at the bank. And so, yeah, it was one of the smartest moves I've ever made.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What was your biggest struggle with photography at first? Before I started coaching you.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, it's probably more or less like composition
Hmm.
was my biggest one. Like it was very generic. It was plain Jane, if you will. Not really any depth to it, emotion invoking, or anything like that. So definitely going through the coaching aspect, some one-on-one stuff, and you would look at a few of my pieces and be like, okay, now if you had just did this, this, and this, it would have come out with a much better result. And so I've been trying to pull a lot of that stuff, the coaching aspect and lighting, figuring out, okay, best times of day, don't go and shoot at midday, wait until that sweet little moment. But being able to invoke emotion in my images, I would say is definitely the thing that I've brought most out of the coaching that we've had together. And that in turn has turned into, being able to turn around and sell my stuff online and people going out there and purchasing. And just in the last few years that you and I have been working together, which right now we're about 3 years in the one-on-one relationship, I've sold almost 900 pieces online. And so
Wow.
being able to take that coaching and then turn it around into a photography business with its fine art aspect, but then taking some of the coaching that you've given me in the interior real estate and all of that. Well, now I'm doing shoots that are $5,000 and $6,000 each time. And so being able to get that one-on-one coaching and going into it and really developing the business aspect has been absolutely incredible experience. But I would definitely say the number one struggle that I had at the beginning was probably more on the composition side, which I know
Yeah.
most photographers, that's what they struggle with for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you showed me a Google sheet when we started doing the coaching because you already started on Etsy and you showed me like, oh, I made $150 that month and
Yeah.
$200 that month on Etsy, which you were kind of happy about.
Yeah.
But then
Right?
we did the coaching and then it just literally overnight went like
Yeah.
10x. I forgot what it was, but run me through the numbers again.
Yeah, so when I first started, I'd been on Etsy for a couple of years. I'd made it up to
Couple
like
of years. Wow, I
yeah,
didn't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Made it up to 43 sales all on my own, no help whatsoever. And I was happy about that. But then now looking back, I'm like, wow, 43 sales on my own. That was actually kind of pathetic. Because being able to go through and update the images that I already had on file and all that, go through a re-edit, and people that you've introduced me to that have also helped in like the story creation process and all of this different stuff. Well, in that same, where I did 43 by myself, and then the last 3 years I've done 900,
Yeah.
with the additional coaching, it's I went from, yeah, like you said, 100, maybe in a month to now on average, it's a slow month if I don't make, 1,000, 2,000 a month. My best month ever on Etsy was $6,000 in a month. So
Wow.
it's definitely not just, 10x, it's kind of been like a 60x at sometimes. So
Wow.
absolutely incredible for sure.
Yeah, and you told me when we were preparing the interview yesterday about this job you're about to do, like which is even better.
Mhm.
Like I got paid $33,000 to reshoot Vegas in 5 days. It was
Yeah,
crazy hours, 50 hours in 5 days.
yeah.
Honestly, I think I could have gotten 200,000 because I found out later that the mayor had picked me and was willing to give me any kind of money out of 70 photographer. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's my loss. But you told me a cool story yesterday about a job that's coming up for you.
Yeah, so I'm not just doing landscape, cityscape, and wildlife photography. I also do a lot of commercial space photography as well. And so just word of mouth, I didn't reach out to them. They found me and said, "Hey, we have, 10 buildings that we need you to come and do." Well, originally it was going to be, smaller stuff that they needed me to do, but after talking to them, they ended up buying the full package of everything that I offer, which is interior, exterior, drone work, headshots for their department leads. And then I also do 3D virtual tours, so it's a full walkthrough of the building type thing. So they ended up buying the entire package for every single building that they do. It wasn't just 10 buildings anymore. Well, now it's like 12 buildings. And because they booked so many, I gave them a little discount. But at the same time, like I'm gonna end up shooting 10 days and it's a $55,000 shoot. So it's by far my largest booking. But again, this was just word of mouth. Imagine if I'd actually gone out and, asked this company over here and this company over here.
Yeah,
If I can book, four of those a year, that's 200 grand.
that's
And
crazy.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, in 10 days, that's a pretty good job.
Not at
Well,
all.
Clifton, I am so, I'm a big fan of yours. Also, what I love about you is actually you gotten so good. I hired you as a coach, and now
Did.
you're helping me on my coaching program. Because one thing I love is everything there is to know about software plugins, like any tricks that's out there. Like it's either ChatGPT or I call Clifton,
Yep.
and that's kind of cool. All right, one more thing. Can you share with us some of your favorite photos,
Yeah.
ever? Or you said earlier, well, I'm going to share the one that makes me the most money. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
go.
And that is kind of more on the honesty side of it, is that when it comes to my favorite photos, I have stuff that I like to shoot. But let's be honest, I like the stuff that makes me the most money. And so yeah, the ones that I'm going to share with you right now is these are my four best sellers. A couple of these I actually the first one that I'm going to show you we took together whenever we were doing a New York workshop. So
Oh, wow.
this one right here, this is Central Park. It's not exactly on the
Ooh.
mall. It's actually kind of an offshoot to it, which is really nice. It's kind of
Oh,
off the
I love this one.
but this one right here, this is my best-selling one from New York. Second would be probably Yankees, which, of course, you win some World Series, they're going to do really well. But this one right here, by far my best one from New York. Absolutely love this one. Fall is coming up, so I anticipate this one to pick up a little bit in sales as well. Uh,
Yeah.
the next one is this is Dodger Stadium. This is from a drone. I'm a half
Wow.
mile away. I use the zoom lens on the drone itself to zoom in and compress out that background, which just makes the city look huge back
That's
behind
great.
it. But this one right here, this is my second bestseller of all time.
Wow. I've been there. I never got the shot that way. There's a
Yeah.
park pretty close, but wow, this is really amazing.
Yeah, so just be careful wherever you're flying, just because there are helicopters and tourists and
Uh,
flying around and all that. So I had to go up and down several times, but we ended up getting the shot. But this one right here is actually 287 images stitched together.
what?
Lots and lots of work, but we got it taken care of, and Lightroom did a fantastic job on the stitching. But yeah, absolutely love this one. This one right here was actually inspired by you and the cover of the official California publication, where
Yeah,
yours is in color. I went with black and white.
it's
And so
gorgeous.
it was later in the morning, and like you always say, hey, if you got a boring sky or if light's not right, go black and white. So
Uh,
that's what we did. I went black and white, threw in a sky replacement, enlarged the city in the background, and so it really makes LA stand out uh,
yeah, that's great.
a little bit more. But this one right here, third bestseller.
Wow.
My bestseller of all time is actually one that's not particularly one of my favorites, but it still does really good. I saw it in a store in Boulder, Colorado, huge up on the wall, and I said, I really like that. I want that. I saw the price tag on it and said, no, I can go and shoot that myself. So I got up the next morning, I drugged the wife out there, and so we ended up getting Red Rock to amp it.
Wow.
So it's a huge venue space. It is a really nice shot. I do love it. This is my bestseller of all time. This shot by itself has sold over 60 times, and I've sold it in 8 by 10s. I've sold it as large as a 36 by 72 panoramic shot. So absolutely love just being able to get out, do different workshops, and just learn everything that there is to possibly know. You mentioned softwares. I'm constantly watching YouTube videos and saying, okay, what's the latest update with Lightroom? What's the latest update with Photoshop? But absolutely love that. Working with you has been one of the best things that I have ever done.
Well,
And just
thank
the
you.
opportunities that you've given to me, not just in the coaching space, but the opportunity to be able to come out and be a part of workshops. That's a game changer for sure, because how else are you going to grow your portfolio and get to meet other photographers and just get to learn the ins and outs of the industry? Yeah, there's no comparison to it. You can't really put a
Yeah.
price tag on it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Clifton. This is amazing. I hope this inspires other people to follow their dream. I was a salesman most of my life, but I was very, very not happy about it because I really want to do something artistic. And I resigned at the age of 40 and, really got started at the age of 40. And I've never been more happier. And I see so many people, even if you're retired, like either getting bored on your retirement or not, or just not doing what they want to do. In story like this, like from banker, I mean, you're probably making 4 times more money as a photographer than you are the banker now.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's and stably. So and doing what you love, which is amazing, and sharing the beauty of this world. Okay. Check out the Etsy store from Clifton. I'm going to link it under this video. Buy him some prints. Share some love to Clifton. Also, book a call with me and my team so you can see how we can work together. So I can maybe coach you like I did with Clifton. Actually, Clifton, my also be able to coach you a little bit because we work together now. This is we. I just hired you what 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I've been coaching you for 3 years, but then I hired you as a coach 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so good. He is so good. Anyway, all the links are under the video. Thank you, Clifton, and I'm honored to have you as a student. You are s- such a star.
I appreciate that. And as a special thanks to you and your subscribers, I'm even going to throw in a little discount there. So whenever they click on the link, it'll give them a special little discount, and it's
Oh,
specific.
cool. You have like a special link on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for
Okay.
your subscribers.
Well,
That's
give it to me. I'll put it on the video.
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Serge.
No, no problem. Have a great day.